everybody? I'm back again with another video, and I'm out here in one of my favorite cities in New Jersey, and actually the city that I call home, Jersey City, New Jersey. And while a lot of people think about Jersey City as the waterfront, there is actually a huge city happening around with many neighborhoods, a lot of multicultural neighborhoods out here. Probably one of the most diverse cities out in the United States after New York City. So I'm right here by the downtown district, the old district by Newark Avenue that they turned into pedestrian. And a lot of cities will take notes. So I'm gonna be around here, I'm in my bike, gonna be covering different areas of Jersey City in the same block. So gonna do the best I can and go with the flow. So without further ado, join me. Over here you can see they got a couple of business happening right here. Also they got street art right here. Then in September they got like a huge festival, and this will be jam-packed right here with people. So it keeps going down straight. Oh, here's like another beautiful mural. They did a good job to turn this pedestrian. You know, a lot of cities would be taking notes. So here you see a 99-cent store, so that's how you know how the neighborhood used to be. So I heard years ago this neighborhood used to be a little bit sketchy, a little bit rough. Like there was not really much going on, but they did a good job, you know, to develop this area over here. So right now it's quiet because I guess people are working, but like in the evening or in the weekend, you'll see a lot of people hanging out here, you know, doing a lot of renovations over here. The architecture's beautiful. And if you go in some of the regular streets, they got beautiful brownstones, which I'm gonna show you guys in a bit, but right now I'm just touring around Newark Pedestrian Plaza. Now I'm gonna make it towards the end of the plaza by the Grove Street area to show you what's going on over there. I think like on Wednesdays in the evening, they do activities over there, so it gets, you know, actually really nice. Look at the beautiful architecture that they got going on over here. So outdoor sitting area. In the evening, this place is lit. And the high-rise buildings from Exchange Place right there at the end. Behind me is the Grove Street train station, the PATH train. And you hop in the PATH train depending where you're going. If you're going to Lower Manhattan, I would say maybe like a 15-minute commute. If you go to Midtown, 33rd Street, maybe 20 minutes. So, you know, it's pretty accessible by train to New York City. Now I'm gonna make it by Grove Street where the City Hall is. They got a bike lane, and I'll show you one of the local parks, which is Van Voorst Park, a small park, but it's actually pretty nice. And I gotta say, Jersey City is probably one of the most bikeable cities out in New Jersey. Just like Hoboken and Union City. I'm out here in the section of Columbus Drive, so it's gonna take me by where the City Hall is, then I'll make a right towards Van Voorst Park to show you what's going on. Then we'll make it towards Hamilton Park and start making it towards the waterfront. This over here is a bike lane. Goes both sides, like a car, you know, one direction, the other direction. And this is Grove Street. So it's a really good job. And then they have other areas where they got pods so you can park your bike. Then they got one by Grove Street and one by, look at this guy eating the light. One by Grove Street and one by Newport. And the other side of the street, they got a couple of business and restaurants. Then ahead here towards my left should be the City Hall of Jersey City. Got these robots, not sure if they clean the streets or they monitor. And that's the City Hall of Jersey City right here. Nice structural building. Now I'm in Montgomery Street. If you were to take Montgomery Street straight up or take it towards the Journal Square area. This over here takes you to Van Voorst Park, which is a small park. But it's actually pretty nice, you know, and the architecture around is top notch. And here starts the brownstones. Beautiful structure for architecture that they got going on. And then over here is Van Voorst Park. It's pretty nice today. It's like a little urban oasis. They got the park here, and then they got the beautiful brownstone buildings. Like it makes you feel like if you're in one of the boroughs in New York City. And in the fall season, in the spring season, it's beautiful. Get a lot of the trees over here. You know, they get their flowers out, so it gives it like a really nice vibe. And if you want to take pictures, it's a good, you know, a good vibe over here to take pictures. And this is the park here. You see a lot of parks in Jersey that have a gazebo. It's literally surrounded by trees all over. Right now it's pretty quiet, but when I'm making the other side, you're gonna see how beautiful the architecture is. And look at this oasis. We're literally surrounded by trees. They got a fountain here, but it's not fully like strongly open. They should get this summer, even though the weather's not too hot today. And then just like in New York City, also in Jersey City, also in Hoboken, you can literally rent the city bikes right here, you know. So, you know, you can rent them and bike them around. Even though this is New Jersey, but it still works out here. I guess because of its close proximity to the city of New York. And then the fact that it has an easy commute into Manhattan. I guess, you know, they try to develop and have a lot of things that they have back in New York, they have it out here in this side of Hudson County. Also in my video, I've been mentioning they've been trying to do like a little semi-Chelsea High Line This is called Jersey City's floating forest. So I gotta Google more about it, and you guys can check it out too. So I guess they're gonna turn like a former abandoned structure or pedestrian alley into something that's touristy, and you can walk around with the views over there. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. So it's a city that no matter what, it's came a long way, but it keep on developing and developing. But then, like I say, my complaint, which you're gonna see it when I hit other neighborhoods, is once you get outside, neighborhoods like this are the wealthier ones. The street, even though they're developing high-rise buildings, especially in Journal Square, the streets are literally like in bad shape, so they need to put energy in the streets. This is the other side by Van Vorst. You could walk around here, then you get, nice view of the brownstone buildings. Keeps going in the other side. But now I think I'm gonna make it towards the other park, Hamilton Park, and show you a little bit more of the downtown district. It's a bit downtown, so, it has a lot of nice streets. I'm doing the basics because I'm trying to cover the other neighborhoods of Jersey City in this video. So we'll go around there and then we'll probably head towards Newport. So I can show you what are the vibes over there. There's a bike lane over here, so I'm just gonna take advantage of it. Here you go, look at the bike lane. So, easy for me to bike. Thing on my left, that street has a bike lane too. I'm gonna make it towards the other side of this old historic downtown district to see what else is going on. It's a good thing that it's not humid today, I see the clouds, but I check in the forecast, it doesn't say anything about rain, so hopefully it stays that way. That way I don't end up sweating in this video. Made a detour in the street to show you how beautiful it is. Here you see brownstone buildings, tree-lined streets. Like the streets is literally covered with trees. So I really love streets like this, with beautiful architecture, walkable sidewalks, and the trees helping out with the vegetation. Then this is Jersey Avenue right here. So if you make it right, it takes you to Hamilton Park. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Look how bad shape the road is. It's literally right here in the heart of downtown. And this is Jersey Avenue, another nice avenue. Beautiful architecture. They also got like some semi-houses over here. And at the end, it takes you straight to the local park of Hamilton Park. Some of the leaves are falling down to the trees or some flowers. And the floating forest, I think, is around here. Like you see this building over here that has like a stone. Not a building, but like this over here. I think that's where they want to build that. So I got to do a little bit more research about that. Then over here's where the street gets pretty nice. And you see you're surrounded by brownstones all over. Like I said in many of my videos, one of my favorite types of architecture. So it's actually, a very super chill city and old historic district. But like I say, there's a couple of neighborhoods around here, so it's actually a big city. I entered the Hamilton Park, which is actually a beautiful park out here. Just like the other park, its neighbor has a gazebo over here. This park is actually bigger. It has a basketball court in the other side. Just gonna go around here to show you what's going on. So you got this, they can really plant a better grass over here. Then they got gazebo. Then on my other side to the right is Newport Mall and the section of Newport. That's like high-rise condos, a couple of office buildings, and of course, the view of Manhattan skyline. So right now it's pretty quiet. Maybe later more people will come. Right now it's literally like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then the basketball court is over here, so I'm not sure. I know they be doing like tournaments, just like they do in West 4 in New York. They do it out here, but right now it's actually quiet. So they're doing like maintenance of the park, but there might be something happening later. There might be something happening later because the way how it's set up, the chairs, and the way how the gentleman is fixing the court. Now I'm just gonna head towards the Newport area to see what's going on over there. It's mostly, like I said, a lot of high-rise buildings, but not really much activity going on down there, but we're still gonna see what's happening. There's also like a mall. You can start seeing the difference. Some of these buildings are brand new, but very expensive. That's this change place in the other side of the corner. And the Newport Mall is towards my left. I'm gonna make it towards the end. This over here is the light rail. Hudson River County light rail. It goes all the way to Townhouses. I rode it a few times. It's actually really cool. It's gonna stop at Newport Mall. Now I'm in Newport. And this area, the good thing about the street that I'm biking is it has a really nice bike lane, so it's easy to bike around. Like I say, it's so good that I got my bike because it helps me get towards the other side. This is Washington Boulevard out here. As you can see, it's literally mostly high-rise buildings. Then a marina or a pier, which we're gonna get to it in a bit. Also the pier has a lot of geese. I guess it's Canadian geese. But it's really good what he did over here, developing this area. Then over here, you can go to the Newport Mall. And then to my left, this is one of those pods I was talking about. They got the pod right here, and you can put your bike inside using an app to open it up. Got the app over here, and then over here is the PATH train station. So it's another stop that you could take, and then people just go and take the PATH train straight to New York City. Right here's the station. It goes underground, so they also have a few hotels over here that you can stay and then just, like I say, hop in the PATH train and it takes you straight to New York City. Here you can see some of the modern developments of Newport. Even though the street is not to the fullest, but you go down here, it's like a designated city. They got like a little tennis court, the speed bumps so you don't go too fast. And you go in between this, and it's just mostly like new buildings. And not too far from here is Hoboken. So we're kind of like in the borderline of Jersey City and Hoboken, but you can see how nice this is. Literally all modern, new skyscrapers out here. Now, I've said this a few times. This area over here reminds me a little bit by the waterfront, Stamford, Connecticut, like the same type of vibe. Like they got new developments, new paved roads, and this is by the waterfront. So it kind of has a little bit of that vibe. So I'm not sure if the same architect designed the same concept. And to my right, they got literally like a tennis court right here. So here's one of the main attractions of Newport, with just a view, Lower Manhattan and downtown Jersey City over there. We're gonna make our way towards that way in a bit. I'm just showing you the vibes that's going on. This pier literally goes all the way towards the other side, towards Hoboken. So you know, you can walk the whole entire length. Like I say, it takes for a while, but it's actually a good walk and a good way for you to jog around. But yep, I'll show you a little bit of this now. Let's hit up to the next section of Jersey City. Just gonna bike all the way to his change place. With this bike lane over there, then that's another cool area. I've filmed there many times, but I'm gonna show you like another attraction and highlight. That's the area that a lot of people think about when they think about Jersey City. And then we're gonna start making it deep into the multi-ethnic neighborhoods. That I think that's what makes Jersey City the best, those diverse neighborhoods that we have. Well, here they got one of the newest additions to the neighborhood, Whole Foods supermarket. Never been inside, but maybe one day I'll go inside. It's pretty nice and modern. And we're kind of reaching the border point of Exchange Place. This is Columbus Drive right here. They have a nice bike lane. You can see how different it is. The newer part of downtown, they got some condos that are still rising up that are pretty tall. And Jersey City even has like its own looking Jenga building. You know, like in New York, they got 56 Leonard Street. So we got our own version over here. And just like you go in Long Island City, they got the Pepsi-Cola sign here. We got the Colgate sign, which I'm gonna show you guys in a bit when I make it towards the other corner. But now we're approaching Exchange Place. I can see the PATH train station there ahead of me. And here goes the light rail. There it goes, you guys see it? I've taken it a few times. It could take you to Bayonne, and then on the other side, it takes you to Tonelli, right in the borderline of North Bergen, Union City, and West New York. And this is the PATH train station. If you take it here, within 5 minutes, even less, you'll be in World Trade Center in New York. And this is the downtown district right here of Exchange Place. Then you got the pier, the marina, and there you got the beautiful skyline of New York City. Here the main attraction of Exchange Place. There's probably some of the best views you're gonna get at World Trade Center. But don't forget, we got a Liberty State Park, which I'm gonna make my way there, and then I'm gonna start making it deeper into the multi-ethnic neighborhoods. But you got this over here, and then of course you got all the high-rise buildings of Exchange Place. You see how they develop? So if you were to go to Battery Park City in New York, you're gonna see exactly where I'm standing right now, all of this buildings over here. So it's really nice, because it's like really close to the city with a 5-minute commute, and then it's more like a peaceful vibe, but then yeah, of course you get like all these impressive views out here. But now let me head towards the Colgate sign, then we're gonna make it towards Liberty State Park. Well, it's cool, they even got a playground here, so you know, you could bring your kids and play around here. Literally has it all. This is called J. Owen Grundy Park, this marina. And now if you make a left, it's probably some of the best piers that we got down here in Jersey. And not even scared to say, even the States. It's a nice pier because you know, you got all this. You got the view of the Hudson River and the view of Lower Manhattan right here. And it's peaceful. It's not like it's crowded or anything. And now let's make it towards the Colgate sign to see what are the vibes over there. You know, here they got a little memorial, you know, for Ground Zero. Like here the names, and I guess that structure was also part of 9/11 when, you know, the World Trade Center collapsed down. This is it right here. Piece of structure, and then you see the memorial right here. It says 9/11 and the Twin Towers, man. I don't know, it's just something about those buildings that makes me feel super nostalgic, because I used to admire those buildings. And to replace it with a Freedom Tower, which is nothing wrong, but it just doesn't hit the same, you know. And I remember years ago, you know, I didn't live around here, but I came to visit one time when they had the Twin Towers. I was in Manhattan, I was with my family, and I wanted to make it towards the Twin Towers, but we never got a chance to go there. So, and before you know it, boom, it's gone. So I never had a chance. Now I got a chance to see the newer version, but it would be nice to see the original version, you know, and remember memories, maybe take pictures and have it, you know, as a memory. But now let's make it towards the Colgate sign to see what's going on. They got this little memorial right here. Salute to the firefighters, everybody who worked hard in that terrible day. Hopefully we don't got a day like that ever again, you know. And over here's the New York Waterway station or the ferry terminal. Here you could take the ferry to lower Midtown Manhattan. You know, they got like different lines over here. You could buy the tickets there and then take it, which is a fun way to get to the city right there. We're gonna make a more over here to show you the Colgate sign. Behind me is the iconic, famous Colgate sign. You can see it from a distance if you were to go to Battery Park in New York City. Then here ahead of me is a little bit of a sign that explains you how did this end up here. They got like a barricade, so I'm not sure if they're gonna develop like a park or something over here. But let's read the sign so you have an idea, a little bit of history out here. Here it explains you how did the Colgate got here. This was the second giant clock to decorate the top of the Colgate Company warehouse. This version, created in 1924, was removed and relocated after the company left Jersey City in 1988. So I guess they used to have the Colgate around here, you know, paste, soap, perfumes. And that's what's literally left right there, the sign. Because Jersey City is a really historic city, you know, it has a lot of history, you know. A lot of immigrants came around here. Not too far from here, we got the Statue of Liberty, we got the Ellis Island right behind. So yeah, so not only that it's close to the city, but it offers a lot, and it's really gorgeous out here. You know, we're here, we're about to approach Jersey Avenue. We got a nice bike lane out here. Once we hit Jersey Avenue, we make a left, and it'll take us straight to Liberty State Park. You see we got a lot of apartments out here happening. Jersey City Medical Center is right there in the corner too, the hospital. Well, it's really cloudy today, but it's good because it's not hot and humid. Now I made it to Liberty State Park, one of my favorite parks out here. And like I say, it offers an impressive view. It's pretty peaceful. You know, a lot of people that could do like a lot of activities, but I'm not gonna show you the whole park. So I'm just gonna go by where the memorial is and show you a little bit of it in the skyline, and then we're gonna continue to the next district of Jersey City. We were getting closer to the waterfront. The memorial should be right there, and then this is an abandoned train station. But it has like beautiful history, beautiful architecture. Then you could take the ferry to the Statue of Liberty. You could take it all the way to New York too, you know, I think. I could be wrong, but I think so. And also Ellis Island. I see a group of people out here. Hey, what bothers me is that they take over the whole sidewalk. Like if they own it. Interesante, interesting, you know. And here's like the main attraction of this park, the memorial. Then they got this, and this is literally like with names, you know, people who passed away. I think they were residents of New Jersey. You say it in the bottom, and say this memorial is dedicated to New Jersey's innocent loved ones who were violently and senselessly murdered, you know, off in World Trade Center attacks. This is it here. But keep in mind, this park is huge. Most of the people, they focus around here. There's a parking over there, but you gotta pay. But my trick is, before you enter this area, make a right, goes toward the other side of the park, and there's free parking. You walk around and you'll see the back part of Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island. So, like I say, it's a massive park, so it's much better if you bring a bike like this or a scooter, because you can't really reach it all by foot. And here you got the skyline of New York. The former train station that's over that way. So now I'm in another neighborhood nearby that's called Bergen Lafayette. And it's a pretty cool neighborhood. It's super residential, but it got a couple of streets out here that are pretty nice. and worth to look at. They developed like some buildings over here. I think there might be like some low-income housing. So I just found this other route. I was gonna go by Montgomery, but I discovered, wait a minute, this is another section out in Jersey City. Well, here's a local park. I forgot the name. I know I made a video here in Bergen Lafayette. I'm gonna make it towards the other side because it's really close to West Side neighborhood. Over here you can see they got some brownstone buildings, but this is like a local area of Jersey City, not touristy like other parts. This over here is Ocean Avenue. This avenue will take it all the way to Greenville. Made a video there too, but I figure my next ride I'm gonna make it all the way towards the end and start making it to West Side Avenue. So you can see the difference in the contrast of the neighborhoods in Jersey City. I got here's some of the regular neighborhoods. You know, it's mostly local over here. But if I keep going straight, it takes me to another neighborhood. And they also got Lincoln Park, which is a nice local park in Jersey City that serves West Side, Journal Square. So, you know, a lot of multi-ethnic neighborhood. And over here's Martin Luther King Boulevard Drive. I'm gonna keep making it straight. 4 seconds to cross it on a bike. This area doesn't get really much of a reputation, like a lot of people are really scared to come out here, but just like any other parts, you know, there's good and bad, and as long as you respect the people, it's all, you know, it's all love back. But we can admire, you know, what every neighborhood has to offer in Jersey City. This over here is Bergen Avenue. This will take you all the way to McGinley Square and Journal Square. It's a really cool avenue right here. Over here's the West Side area, and man, the streets are in bad shape. I wanted to film in like another street, but it was just too bad, man. But you have an idea what I'm talking about. This over here is West Side Avenue, a super diverse neighborhood in Jersey City. Got a street mural over there. You find a little bit of everything. A huge Filipino community out here, you know, so it's really cool. And they got a light rail that serves this area too. And it keeps going, you know. The buildings are a little bit old, but they preserve them and they keep it actually really cool. So you have an idea what I'm talking about out here. They got a barber shop in the corner. J-Hen's Grill, I think that's Filipino joint right there. And more on the other side, they also got like a couple of new developments happening around here. So I'm just going the other side and I'm gonna pass in front of Lincoln Park. I'm not gonna show you the whole park, but it's actually like a really cool, chill park right here that serves this area over here. It's right in West Side Avenue, but you gotta go a little bit more forward towards the end. Then we're probably gonna make our way towards Journal Square or JFK Boulevard and start making it towards Jersey City Heights, which is also like another cool, underrated neighborhood out here in Jersey City. Here you got more West Side Avenue. Whoa, speed bump. I tell you, this avenue has a lot of potential. They can beautify it even more and make bike lanes over here. So hopefully in the future they take notes and do that. And this over here is Lincoln Park. It goes all the way towards the end. Years ago I made a video about this park. And it's pretty massive. They even have a fountain there, but they're renovating it. But it's a really good park for you guys to chill, do some exercise, you know, explore around. And it's local, literally serves like this area over here in Jersey City, like the central part of Jersey City. So now I'm in the residential street of Jersey City with some beautiful houses and tree-lined street. They're not brownstone buildings, but they're pretty nice looking townhouses. You see this? It's pretty nice with the big trees. It goes up a hill and it's literally like right across Lincoln Park. So it takes you to JFK Boulevard. JFK Boulevard literally connects you, you know, multiple cities of Hudson County. Look at this house, it's pretty nice too. And then over here too. Some of them there I see they're for sale. So that's really interesting. You can see more of it. Look at this houses over here. How nice they are. Reminds me a little bit of Weehawken by the waterfront. One of my previous videos. They got more nice looking houses out here. And JFK Boulevard is right ahead of me. And this is JFK Boulevard, it goes all the way Union City, West New York. It passes St. Peter's College. And then it passes through the heart of Journal Square. But that is probably one of the fastest developing neighborhoods out in Jersey City, like delivery popping tall buildings, skyscrapers all over. And this is it, John F. Kennedy Boulevard. But it has like a lot of signal lights, but you know, a lot of buses pass by here. Literally connects to different neighborhoods of this city, connects you with other cities in Hudson County, so you have an idea how cool it is down here. For my safety, I think it's better if I bike in the sidewalk. This is a 2-lane, but it's like really tight. Some of the cars that be passing by really quick and humping the horn, so it's Just gonna bike here on the sidewalk. And we're approaching St. Peter's, and you can start seeing the high-rise buildings in Journal Square. This is St. Peter's University. A few years ago, they won the championship in basketball. So it's not really like a big university, you know, but it crosses the street in JFK Boulevard. So this is part of McGinley Square. Now I'm kind of entering in the heart of Journal Square, and I made dedicated videos just for Journal Square, which is a cool neighborhood. Like I say, it's probably the fastest developing area in Jersey City. There's mostly residential like this, but they're literally popping like high-rise buildings, you know, in a neighborhood like this. That's pretty rare. This is the busy area of Kennedy Boulevard with a lot of business. Look at the tall condos that are popping up in Journal Square, but it's happening all over. This is one of the most diverse areas in Jersey City. They have it all here. They even have a little India by Newark Avenue going down the hill, so they got Little Manila. But the road conditions are pretty bad out here. Now I'm gonna make it towards the Heights, which is another cool neighborhood out here in Jersey City. This is Newark Avenue, which is a busy intersection. Little India's down this way. Gotta be careful with these cars. And it goes down the hill. I'm gonna go down straight. Now I'm entering Jersey City Heights. It's gonna be my final area, so I'm gonna show you a little bit around, make it to Central Avenue, and end up by a local park that has a nice view of New York City. Now this is Jersey City Heights, Manhattan Avenue. So I'm gonna make it towards Central Avenue, do a couple of blocks down there. Central Avenue is full of business. And then we'll do a grand finale by the park. I really like this neighborhood a lot. The only thing, there's no train here, whoa. So you just gotta take a bus or a van to get to the city. You know, here's a local park. Last time I was in this area was when I was filming with my fellow bike community, with Emmanuel and the other community that I met, where they were talking about the proposal that they're trying to do in the street over here. Turn it into one lane, turn like a bike lane. So I think that's a really good idea. Then ahead of me is Central Avenue. So let's make it to that direction to see the vibes over there. So this over here is Central Avenue. This reminds me a lot of Manhattan Avenue and Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Like it has like the same vibe, like a street like this with a lot of business. Even has a bike lane that you can share in the street, but you know, tons of restaurants out here and coffee shop. This is it over here. This is like the mayor street of the Heights in Jersey City, which is the northernmost neighborhood in Jersey City. You see, it keeps going around here. Lots of business out here, you know, they even got like a Dunkin' Donuts right here in the corner. Discount stores, not too busy today. But it's a really lovely area out here. And I tell you, Jersey City is like really full with a lot of cool neighborhoods. Now I'm heading towards Riverview Fisk Park, which is a park that has the view of Hoboken and New York City. So I'm gonna go there. It's not a big park, but it's a nice park, worth to look at. Gonna go over there, show you a little bit, and then wrap up the video. And I like how they have a bike lane in the street. So, you know, it's really cool. It feels like if you're in the city and the townhouses and everything. So over here is a local park. Like I said, it's not really a big park, but it's a nice, cool park, you know, serves out the community. Got a couple of food trucks out here too. And then at the other side is the best part of the park. So I'm gonna make it towards that way. Then they got like a fountain right here. So pretty lovely. So here I am in the other side of the park. And like I said, this park literally offers a great view of Midtown and parts of Hoboken, New Jersey. Let's see if I can show you from this angle. You got a view, but the view in Boulevard East is actually better. But I think if I make it towards this gazebo, it's actually better because you get the best view of all, because it's a little bit high up. So here it is. You see Hoboken, Midtown Manhattan, especially the Hudson Yards, and Lower Manhattan over there. So that was the end of my video exploring multiple neighborhoods of Jersey City out here in New Jersey. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.